Before you begin, you may wish to find yourself a comfortable, safe space where you know you will not be interrupted, not be interrupted, not be interrupted, not be interrupted, not be interrupted. Hi, and welcome to the first ever Rebel Heart Tarot card pull for the week. So I'm Alice Grist and this is Niki Cotton. We created Rebel Heart Tarot, and every week we will pull one card and share it with you guys. So this card is for you, for your circumstances. It's for you to reflect upon, to think about, and to kind of engage with throughout the week. So this isn't fortune telling, it's not prediction, it's more of this beautiful reflection of what you probably already deep down know, but perhaps haven't admitted to yourself, bringing it to the surface and discovering the divine power in the everyday. So I will go ahead and pull a card that is for this week. This is launch week as well for Rebel Heart Tarot to start the pre-orders. So you can order these cards and get them in December, but this is the very first pull of this kind using Rebel Heart Tarot.
I'm excited to see what card it's going to be.
I know, no pressure. Launch week card.
We've not done this yet, have we? This is literally brand new stuff.
Yes, I've used them once for reading, which was this morning, and it was incredible. It was such a mix match of kind of what I already know about the tarot, what I can see within the card, the creation and the process that went into them, and it really brought new insights to light. So let's see what our card is for the week beginning 1st of October. If anybody is watching this and wants to kind of settle on a question, a query, something within their hearts, their minds that they'd like these cards to speak to, do it, and we'll see what comes up. And you might want to comment below if you find your answer particularly poignant to your circumstances. Right.
I'm mesmerized watching you shuffling here.
Do it a little bit more. Should I do it the other way so people can get a little sneaky? Because these cards will not be out till the 8th of December. So whilst you can order them now, you won't get a deck in your hands until just before Christmas. So here's a little sneaky peek, the kind of colours and feel. Right, I'm going to stop that there, put them in half. That's how I do it. Everyone has different ways. I just like to do that. And our card for the week ahead from the 1st of October is the 5 of Cups.
With my frou-frou skirt on.
With Nikki's frou-frou skirt on. You should have that on now. You should wear it for one of our videos. So the
because I feel like a newsreader, but it could be on. I could wear it as a headdress, maybe.
I think you ought to. So the 5 of Cups is a card that is asking us to focus on the good things within our lives. It's that kind of cliched message that there are things to be grateful for and there are blessings all around us. Nikki, do you want to talk through a little bit of the process of this card and your thoughts in creating this cow-headed person who looks like they're in the miseries with their spilt milk?
Well, I think that was the thing, that it was when we were talking about the making of this card, you had said, don't go crying over spilled milk. I think it was you saying that kind of made me kind of go, oh, okay, let's have somebody with this spilled milk. I took it on the beach I took a picture of the beach. I didn't go out and sit there. I was sat on the kitchen floor with those lights above and the street light kind of making you think, well, actually there is something other. There is, if you look up from the spilled milk, it is, there's light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. And then the offering of toast and tea, hot buttered toast and cups of tea when you're feeling a bit miserable is always sort of like it's just a nice comfort bit of food. Well, it is for us Brits anyway. I don't know about anybody else, but toast and tea always hits the mark. And it was kind of like that offering, that somebody's offering you something, and to look up and actually things aren't as bad as they seem.
I love that. You see, so Nikki, who claims to be no expert at tarot, has now worked her way through a whole deck and understands the meanings perfectly. And I think you just presented that in a really earthy, gorgeous way that many people would be able to kind of relate to. So I think that's the message, really. So the 1st of October week, we might find ourselves pulled into feelings of sadness, frustration, anxiety, wallowing perhaps within those feelings, where we don't need to be. That's the reality of this card, is there are better things around us that we could be plowing our energies and attentions into to lift us and to raise us out of that kind of doldrums, really. And there's that divine light overhead as well. You know, we are all connected to something more divine. And I think one of the things about using tarot, being here, watching a tarot video would suggest that the people doing so are spiritually inclined, and we can get really pulled down into the earthy, gritty, day-to-day drama of every day. And it's from that place that we rise up, that we become to know ourselves better. So this card really for me is about that rising into that light, with a bit of tea and toast, comfort food and pleasure along the way. We don't need to sit and kind of break our hearts over things that maybe are no longer with us, that have fallen by the wayside, that didn't work out how we wanted them to, or that perhaps we're just tired and hungry. So rise into the light with the tea and toast on the way. Any further thoughts, Nikki?
Oh yeah, I was just looking at the marigold gloves, you know, the yellow rubber gloves, and it was that kind of connection of that parental kind of cosseting, I suppose, when you're at home, you know, and you're feeling a bit grots, and your mum used to come and go, oh, do you want a cup of tea and a piece of toast, you know, while she's doing the washing up or whatever. And it's kind of, so it was that connection as well, that kind of cosseting of home, that feeling safe kind of, that was
and I guess for most of us, that is an experience we have to recreate for ourselves.
Yeah, we do.
So it's
older. We have to be our own parent.
We do. We may have people around us who act in that capacity as carers, nurturers, partners, friends, lovers, those kind of things. But at the same time, it is sometimes up to us to butter our own toast and create our own tea.
I like that.
Yeah, you know, like what can you do for yourself this week to actually elevate a little bit, to recognize where you've fallen into some habits that aren't serving you, and to shift it up via really simple daily practices, you know, that make you feel warm and happy within yourself, and parent yourself into a higher state of being that feels more comfortable than spilled milk.
Great.
Okay, so this was our first tarot card pull from the brand new deck, Rebel Heart Tarot, by myself and Niki Cotton over there. And these will be, but they are available now for pre-order. We'll be doing another pull next Monday. So get onto that and reflect with us upon what these cards mean to you. So if this card in particular has spoken to you, please let us know in the comments. Subscribe so that you know about all our new videos. We're also doing a host of videos with people who posed and were within the cards, to talk through that creative process, what the cards might mean, and just to explore tarot in that grounded, earthy, human way a little bit more. So keep your eyes open for those too. Otherwise, see you next week.
See you next week.